The View co-host Sonny Hostin said illegal immigration is not illegal. What? Are you serious? You can't make this stuff up. It's in the freaking name, illegal. It's criminal. Anything illegal is criminal. They try to make it like just because they crossed the border illegally, that doesn't make them a criminal. That doesn't mean they broke any laws or it's illegal. It's absolutely illegal. They absolutely broke the law. It's in the statutes. You can read it for yourself. I don't understand it. She called herself a lawyer, and she calls herself a lawyer and don't understand the basics. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to play the clip. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account, so follow me there as well. All right, so let's get into this news. Now, this comes from Slay News, and they report that during Monday's episode of ABC's propaganda show The View, co-host Sonny Hostin made a controversial claim that sparked widespread debate, arguing that it is not against the law to live in the United States illegally. I mean, we all know this is utterly ridiculous. We all know it is against the law. I can't remember the exact statute, but it's in the law. I mean, we know that you can't come to this country and illegally. You can't come to this country without paperwork, without being documented and stuff like that. We all know this to be true. She said, quote, "It's not illegal to be undocumented," she said. She made the claim while doubling down that illegal immigration is merely a civil offense, not a criminal act. The conversation began when the co-host Sarah Haynes cited polling data showing strong public support for deportation policies. In fact, a new one just came out today from Harry Eaton from CNN that Trump numbers actually went up pertaining to immigration. A majority of Americans actually believe in what Trump is doing. We believe that these illegals need to go back to where the hell they came from. They over here pillaging, they're over here stealing, committing crimes, taking away from our resources. We don't want them here. We have absolutely no empathy for these people. And then they crying and like, I don't understand why black people don't defend us and things like that. Like, this is not our fight. You are taking away from our resources, people that's been in this country for generations, people that been in this country doing it the right way, doing the right things. Go back to your country and fix your country. I mean, you come in here and rioting and stuff like that, and then waving your flag, waving your country's flag, talking about you want to live here in America. That makes absolutely no sense. You're turning people off from your cause. I don't understand why they don't get that. The article continues, 90% of Republicans, 2/3 of independents, and nearly half of Democrats support President Donald Trump's deportation agenda, the poll shows. So the Democrats are overwhelmingly on the wrong side of this. Let's just get to the clip here. Here we go.
It is not, you know how the disagreement was in the beginning, we were told it was going to be violent criminals, and I think everyone at this table would agree. Yeah. Haul out the violent criminals, fine.
I don't care. I'm at the point now where I don't care if you're a violent criminal or not. If you are in this country illegally and you get deported back to where you came from, that's on you. You have plenty of time between the Biden administration and now to get your stuff together and get your papers and your documents together. Honestly, what we call it a legal fatigue. We are tired. We're sick and tired of being sick and tired of them crying and talking about, being in this country illegally and wanting handouts and stuff like that. We are done. We have illegal immigration fatigue. Black people are fed up and are done. I mean, there's so many people that's going online and speaking out and speaking up against this. People that I never would have thought would be speaking out against this. Black folk are just tired now. They're tired of being considered second-class citizens while illegals come in this country and get handouts, get money, get food, get free rent, and all of these things, while the average American citizen is suffering. We're done with it. We're done.
But a very important distinction was 60% of the American public, 2/3 of independents, 90% of Republicans, and just a little under half of Democrats think the crime is in being undocumented.
Even if it's a civil offense.
Yes.
Yeah,
so what I'm
true.
saying is a massive amount of this country actually agrees with not how he's doing it, but with what he's doing.
So there's misinformation
I think the strategy here is he's leaning into a scene right now, creating a bigger thing, because it is the one thing that he remains supportive.
Let's fix that right now, because it is not illegal to be undocumented. It is not a crime to be undocumented.
But what they're saying is the problem is that they
but
are.
I'm just saying we need to put that information out there.
I don't think
that's not true.
Infraction, yeah, and I don't think it's actually broadly a misunderstanding. I think that 60% of Americans believe it's a civil offense, and that if you come here and you're undocumented, that you should be deported.
I mean, it's crazy. Illegal. We literally call it illegal immigration. See, this is why they stopped calling them illegals, because of that. It's ridiculous. But while Hostin attempted to frame illegal immigration as a technical issue of civil code, Americans aren't buying it. Polls from Pew and Fox News show deep frustration with the status quo. Fox News poll from October 2024 found that 2/3 of voters supported Trump's mass deportation plan, while a Pew Research poll from May 2025 revealed that about half of all U.S. adults believe at least some illegal immigrants should be deported, with nearly 1/3 favoring the deportation of all illegal aliens. Hostin's remarks come at a time when immigration is emerging as one of the top issues for voters heading into 2026, especially in states like Texas, Arizona, and Florida that are bearing the brunt of the border crisis. The show's host also took aim at Trump's recent decision to send the National Guard to Los Angeles in response to violent protests over immigration enforcement raids. California Governor Gavin Newsom slammed the move as, quote, a serious breach of state sovereignty and accused Trump of inflaming tensions. But critics say the blame lies not with Trump, but the left-wing officials who refuse to enforce the law. That's where I stand. Los Angeles has long operated as a sanctuary city, shielding even violent offenders from federal deportation orders. As border crossings hit record highs, Americans are growing tired of rhetoric and demanding action, while progressive voices in media try to reframe the conversation as a conversation around civil infractions and compassion. Polling makes one thing clear: a majority of Americans want to return to strong immigration enforcement. The idea that immigration violations are harmless paperwork issues falls flat when families and communities face the consequences of unchecked entry. Hostin's assertion that, quote, people are not illegal may appeal to the activist left, but it ignores the legal distinction between lawful immigration and violating U.S. borders, a distinction voters increasingly say matters. With immigration shaping up to be a defining issue in upcoming elections, Democrats may find that dismissing concerns as misinformation isn't just misleading, it's politically costly. And they're going to pay for it again. Again, they have not learned their lesson from the 2024 election, and they continue to spew this nonsense that most Americans disagree with, and they're going to continue to lose elections. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave y'all comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.